everyone, I'm Aveline. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So, welcome to build 2 of the first Zodiac weekend, no, not weekend, week that we're doing. I think what I'm gonna do is that we're just gonna do this week this month, and then I'll do another week next month, and then the third week in March. Am I planning ahead way too far? Probably, but I think that's how we're gonna go about it. So we got this house and then an extra 2 houses this week, hopefully, that I'll have time to do when I'm home from my trip. I don't know where I'm going, by the way. Like, I literally asked my mom, or she said, do you want to go on a trip with me? And I was like, okay, sure, that sounds awesome. And then she was like, where do you want to go? And I'm like, surprise me. Why do I have to make the decisions? So I don't really know where we're going. It'll be a surprise. I'm looking forward to it. I just hope that I can sleep because really that's what I need the most right now. 2023 my only goal is to get sleep. So anyway, today we are building a tiny house for a Taurus, or inspired by the zodiac sign Taurus. Disclaimer, like I said in the last video, I don't really know much about zodiac signs or astrology in general. I am not an expert in any way. What I'm going to tell you is literally just stuff that I've read off of a website. So if I say anything wrong, blame the website, okay? Don't blame me because I don't know any better. If they don't have their facts straight, I won't get them straight either. So like, I'm doing what I can, you know? But the exterior of this house at least is inspired by a picture that I found on Pinterest. But I did change up the house quite a bit because it was impossible to actually build in The Sims. It looks super cool, but it was just not feasible with the way that the roofing was made. But when I saw it, when I was scouting for kind of like garden-ish looking or like plantsy looking houses, I don't know how to explain that. That's just whenever I want to build for a gardener kind of sim, I always think like plantsy kind of houses, but like how is a house plantsy, you know? But it looked sort of like a greenhouse situation, so I thought it would be perfect for Taurus for reasons that I'm going to tell you in just a bit. So as for the facts about Taurus, their element is earth, which again I don't really know what means, other than earth signs are very driven. So they're good at making plans and performing or executing those plans. They also value material things and work hard. And also, I think they are very practical signs as well. So we're talking about Taurus and Virgo and also Capricorn. And I think that's all I know about earth signs. Their colors, so Taurus colors, are green and pink, which hopefully you can see throughout the house. I really wanted to... It's a color combination that I think is very cute. It kind of reminds me of watermelon though, but it's fine. So I kind of wanted to bring this, very much wanted to bring this into the house, so hopefully you can see that. Also, I just like decorating with pink. I think it's a super cute color, as long as it's not like hot pink. So we're going for a little bit of a lighter kind of shade of it. Their quality is fixed, which I don't know what means. No idea. Their days are both Friday and Monday, so hopefully all you Tauruses out there are super motivated on Mondays, unlike the rest of us. And you get Friday as well, like you're just, you know, that's awesome, good for you. Their ruler is Venus. Their greatest compatibility is with the other signs is Scorpio and also Cancers. Their lucky numbers are 2, 6, 9, 12, and 24, and if you are born between the 20th of April and the 20th of May, you are a Taurus. Their strengths are that they are reliable, patient, practical, devoted, responsible, and also stable. And their weaknesses are that they are stubborn, possessive, and uncompromising. They like gardening, cooking, music, romance, high-quality clothes, and working with hands. And they dislike sudden changes, complications, insecurity of any kind, and also synthetic fabrics. It says here that they find it easy to make money and stay on the same project for years or until they are completed. And I envy you for that, because I don't know how to do that. So anyway, I'm an Aquarius for those of you who are curious about it. I'm an Aquarius sun, and then my moon and rising is, both of those is Libra. So I don't know what that means for me, but yeah, I'm very airy apparently. That's all I know. I'm so sorry for laughing that much, but I just realized how stupid it sounds to say that I'm airy. Anyway, but so yeah, I wanted to build a house for a sim that obviously, like, okay, so high quality or not high quality, because they're into high quality clothes and they don't like synthetic fabrics, but you can't really show that properly in a build. However, they like gardening and cooking and music and romance, and to me all that combined is like a little romantic gardening cottage. That's what I felt like. This is a bit romantic with the interior, all the pink, for example. It's basically a greenhouse that's turned into a home as well. So it's very gardeny. And also I end up actually, so it's gonna take a while for us to get to the exterior because I clutter up this house a lot. Like they have a lot of plants inside, a whole lot of plants, but I do end up giving them a gardening area outside as well. I was very focused on that gardening. Also because I think, so one of their other things is like they like cooking, and that's a difficult thing to fit into a tiny house. I've tried to do a cook's or like a master chef's tiny house before, which was fun, but the kitchen just ends up taking such a huge amount of the house, like such a big space in the house, because when you're building tiny houses, you don't really have a lot of space to play around with as it is. So for the house to kind of like show you that here's a guy or a girl or whatever who likes to cook, you have to make a big kitchen, right? That's the best way to show that, in my opinion anyway, because like the sim that moved into this house definitely focused a lot on, oh, look at this kitchen, it's amazing, I can use that to cook a lot of things. And it just ends up taking so much space. So I was focused a little bit more on the romantic aspect of it. We could also add some music here, although didn't really find room for music instruments, but also the gardening thing. Like I was very focused on, for example, oh my gosh, this swatch here is perfect. When I kind of like rotated through them, or I can't remember, did I remember that this swatch existed? I just remember gasping when I saw it because I was like, oh my gosh, it's both green and pink and there's flowers on it. It's perfect. It's perfect for this house. So I was very chuffed that I found that. But yeah, we're definitely focusing a lot on both the color scheme, but also adding a lot of paintings and pictures with flowers on them, adding a lot of rugs as well with these motifs on them as well. So just trying to make everything very romantic and very gardeny and plantsy, if you get what I mean. So I also think one of their strengths is that they're responsible. That could mean several different things. And one of the things, so they might like high quality clothes or synthetic fabrics, or they don't like synthetic fabrics. That tells me as well that they're not really into fast fashion, for example. So that also tells me that they wouldn't mind reusing furniture, or like buying used furniture, so secondhand furniture. So some of the furniture in the house also looks a little bit used, but it's very responsible to actually buy secondhand furniture. I would dare say it's probably like all the fast fashion in the world is probably worse than buying new furniture. It tends to last longer, furniture, than fast fashion does, doesn't it? It also depends a little bit on how you treat your clothes, of course, because if you don't wash it every time you've worn it, for example, you're already doing better than, you know, if you washed it every time and it was bought from Shein or something, you know? So, anyway, we're not getting into the fast fashion talk today. Not at all. Don't want to go there. Not today. But just thought I'd explain a little bit about the reliable thing when it comes to Tauruses. So I don't, or at least like how I'm trying to show that in the build. So I haven't come across a lot of Tauruses in my life, but my best friend in Denmark here is actually a Taurus, and she definitely fits a lot of these. And just know before I start talking about, like, I love her to bits, okay? Nothing that I say is going to be negative, just so you know, because I love her to bits. But she is definitely very practical. She's very responsible and she's very stable. If I need her, she's always there for me. She's always there to listen. I'm the same for her, just want to say, but just as a quality that definitely fits her. She is also very stubborn, but like she also knows that she is. We cannot, so I am the type of person, I don't really say a lot of things, maybe in voiceovers because I talk so quickly, but in real life, I don't want to say something factual unless I'm sure that I'm right. So we've gotten into a couple of discussions about stuff that I've been sure that I've been right about, and I have been, but she would tell me that I'm wrong until I look it up, and then she's like, oh, okay. And I'm like, yes. I don't say I told you so, because you don't do that. That's just rude. But that's happened a couple of times, so I can say that she's stubborn. I think she's gonna get into gardening now because she's moving into a house, and she's very, she's told me a lot about what she wants to do with the garden in that place, or like just the yard and stuff. Doesn't really do a lot of cooking. She likes music as well. She's definitely a romantic kind of girl. Most definitely. And she loves high quality clothing. Like, that definitely fits her. So I think overall also hates synthetic fabrics. Definitely. So I think overall, I would say it actually suits her pretty well. But I think she's also told me that before, because I think we've talked about Zodiac signs before with a third friend as well, that we kind of hang out, the three of us, a lot. And she brought it up at some point. She's a Leo, so we're going to talk about her later. But I remember us sitting here in my apartment one evening talking about zodiac signs because my Leo friend brought it up, and she was like, this totally fits me, doesn't it? And then we started looking up the traits for Tauruses and eventually also Aquariuses. Aquarii? I kind of want to call it that a little bit, but I'm not going to. But we found out that mostly the traits actually fit us, which I think is pretty funny. So anyway, but if you are a Taurus, let me know. Do the things that I've said, do any of them fit you? Let me know too. I think astrology is quite funny, but I'm not really sure if you can, I'm not really sure if I believe in it, but I still think it's kind of funny to read up on and stuff. So I don't know, we're gonna have some fun with this, but yeah, let me know. Let me know if you are a Taurus. So we are at the end of the video though. I hope you like this build. If you do, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And as always, the trait files can be found over on my Patreon, which will be linked to in the description box down below, as well as in the pinned comment. And if you like books and you like to watch videos about or with people who talk about books a lot, I have a booktube channel which is also linked in the pinned comment. But that is all I got for you guys today, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!
I'm trying hard to find a place where I belong. I lived an empty life, but had to carry on. I guess I really was giving up on love, and I tried to block those feelings off. What did I do? In a millisecond, then it all came back when I thought that everything was lost. On a cold November night, when I met my Mrs. Right, made my feelings come to life again. When I thought I didn't care, I just saw her standing near, made my feelings come to life again. Now I wake up every morning next to her. I gotta pinch myself to prove that she's my girl. And there's no place I'd rather be here in this world, 'cause I have no doubt, and I know she is the one. I guess I really was giving up on love, and I tried to block those feelings off. What did I do? In a minute